Good morning, students. Our today's lesson is Lesson 2 Agriculture. From our lesson, today we will discuss about different various type of food groups, that are grown by farmers. And this type of practice are called agriculture. Alright, in our given page, we can see an image. So this image is a seeds, various kinds of seeds. So identifying all the names of the seeds, you please try to do it by your own. Okay, without reading out the textual, let me tell you how agriculture made success in our country. Alright, agriculture is the science or practice of farming. As we can learn, India is a primary and agricultural country, and about 70% of India's population depends on agriculture. So we should thank agriculture because of made possible for us to eat food. So this agriculture, it includes farming, horticulture, livestock, rearing of animals, fishing, and forestry. And farmers in India grow many crops, and these crops, it can be divided into two groups, that is food group and cash crop. As we can see in the image, this is how farmers are working in the field. They are preparing their land to grow crops, and this way is called agriculture. As I have told you just now, there are two types of groups called food groups and cash groups, right? Let's go with the food groups. The major food groups grown in India are rice, wheat, maize, millet, and pulses. And these food groups are grown for us to eat. Rice. Rice is important food group of India. Why the rice can be an important food group of India? For that answer, we all know why rice is important, isn't it? India is the second largest producer of rice in the world. And India is famous for its more than 4,000 varieties of rice, which means there are more than 4,000 varieties of rice. अलग अलग तरीका का चावल है बोल रहा है. And rice are grown in hot and with wet climate, and some of the states that mainly produce rice are West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Punjab, Odisha, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Bihar, and Assam. Wheat. Wheat is a staple food group of north and northwestern part of India. This wheat grow in cool and moist climate. Wheat are mainly grown in the states of Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Madhya Pradesh, and Maharashtra. So from our map here, from our India map, we can clearly see where the different kinds of food groups are grown. And from here we can easily know from where the groups are grown in from which states, and all the food groups are given with their own symbol. Just right side from our India map, it's given reference rice with its own symbol, wheat, millet, and pulses. So accordingly you do that. When you go through the states wise, you will come to know what types of food groups are grown in what state. Okay, now millets. Millets like Johar, Basra and Raji. They are grown in areas with scanty rainfall. And India is largest producer of millets. And this millets is produced mainly in the states of Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh and Telangana. Okay. Pulses. Pulses include varieties of dal such as moong dal, arhar, urad, masoor and gram. Pulses are very rich in proteins and they are grown in different parts of the country. Another food groups that are grown by farmers, and this type of food groups are grown mainly for sale in the market, and this type of groups are called cash crops. Okay, from these cash crops the farmers they earn a major share of their living by selling all this apart from the food groups. And so the different types of cash crops are sugarcane, jute, cotton and oilseeds are the major cash crops that are grown in India. Oilseeds. Oilseeds provides oil for cooling food. This oil is called vegetable oil. Groundnut, coconut and mustard are grown in various parts of India. Okay, the oil that obtained from seeds are called oilseeds. And some of the major producing states of oilseeds are Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Gujarat. This is the sugarcane. Okay, sugarcane. India is the leading producer of sugarcane in the world, which means the largest producer of sugarcane in the world. It is used to produce sugar and jaggery, which means jaggery, and kansari, that is brown sugar. Okay, and Uttar Pradesh is one of the largest state producer of sugarcane. It is also grown in other states like Punjab, Haryana, Maharashtra, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. This is a cotton, and this cotton you have learned from the lower class also, right? And we all know what is a cotton. So let's find out what are cotton used for, and the cotton, most cotton are coming from which state. Let's try to learn. Okay, so this cotton is a fiber group. It grows well in the black soil of the Deccan Plateau, and this cotton are mostly grown in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Rajasthan and Punjab. And we also know that this cotton are very useful in making clothes, isn't it? So cotton is used to making of clothes and fabrics. Okay, next is jute, rassi. Okay, jute is also a fiber crop, and this jute it grow well in hot and wet climate. Jute is used to make bags, carpet and ropes. And some of the major state producer of jute are Bihar, Assam, Odisha and Tripura. We can also learn that West Bengal state is the one of the major producer of jute in our country. Alright, tea and coffee. We all know tea and coffee also. Okay. Alright, tea and coffee are the green of beverage. And this tea it grow well only in hot and wet climate. And Assam state is the largest producer of tea in India. It is also grown in some other states such as West Bengal and Tamil Nadu. Coffee. So far, coffee also, it grows well only in places that get heavy rainfall, okay, and it is largely grown in Kerala, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Spices. Spices include pepper, cinnamon, ginger, clove and chilies. The significant increase in the production of food grain during the 1960s was known as Green Revolution. And these spices are mostly grown in the states of Kerala and Karnataka. And again from our map, we can see some major leading states cash crop of India. Okay. So please you just go through by yourself both our map from the previous page and from this page about our food groups and cash crop.